Welcome, healthcare executives, to this rapid-fire explainer. Look, today we're tackling something that's probably keeping you up at night, the prior authorization crisis. It's quietly draining your revenue, it's delaying patient care, and man, it is absolutely burning out your staff. But more importantly, we're going to talk about exactly how to fix it.
All right, let's just dive right into the impact. $31 billion. That is, and think about this for a second, an estimated $31 billion in annual revenue lost to prior authorization inefficiencies across the whole industry. I mean, if your front-end staff actually dreads Monday mornings because the PA queue just exploded over the weekend, your organization is feeling the sting of this lost revenue firsthand.
But, it's not just a financial hit, right? It's a massive, massive operational drain. Get this, the average medical practice wastes roughly 13 hours per physician every single week just on prior authorization paperwork. That's practically a part-time job. That is precious time your team is spending navigating hold queues, wrestling with fax machines, and doing manual data entry instead of actually delivering patient care.
So why do these costly delays happen? Well, looking at Experience 2024 data, the picture becomes pretty clear. Nearly half, we're talking 46% of all claim denials, are essentially unforced errors. They're caused by missing or just inaccurate upfront information. Things like a wrong diagnosis code or maybe missing clinical notes right at the time of submission. And the kicker, just one bad submission can set a case back by 5 to 10 business days. It's brutal.
Okay, I want you to do a quick mental audit of your own organization right now as we go through these common bottlenecks. Are you constantly dealing with incomplete documentation? Or maybe a lack of proactive payer policy tracking? What about relying on clunky manual phone-based submissions? Are you struggling because there's no clear, urgent escalation pathway? Or maybe suffering from a huge disconnect between your clinical and admin teams? Or honestly worse, is your team just accepting initial denials as final? Be honest with yourself. If you're checking off more than 2 of these right now, your process is actively stalling approvals.
So how do we actually fix this mess? Well, this is where ProMantra steps in with a really highly effective 6-step roadmap. First, it starts by auditing your current denial data to find exactly where the leaks are happening. That directly informs the creation of payer-specific checklists, to stop those unforced errors before they happen. From there, you designate a dedicated PA team armed with electronic, FHIR-based APIs to actually streamline the submissions. Crucially, you've got to build a strict appeals protocol. Why? Because a structured appeals process alone can recover 40 to 60% of initially denied PAs. That's huge. And finally, you proactively monitor your data for state gold carding opportunities, basically to exempt yourself from PAs entirely. Now here's the thing. This operational shift, it's not just a nice-to-have anymore. It's a regulatory ticking clock. The CMS final rule is completely shifting the landscape. Right now, sure, we're dealing with the standard 7-day and 72-hour urgent turnaround mandates. By 2026, we're going to see industry voluntary commitments alongside expanding state gold carding. But look ahead to 2027, an 80% real-time electronic PA mandate. 80%! This is a massive operational shift, and as C-suite leaders, you absolutely must start preparing your infrastructure for this today. Look, managing all these moving parts in-house, it is incredibly resource-intensive. That makes finding the right partner your ultimate strategic lever. ProMantra's end-to-end revenue cycle management services are specifically designed to absorb this exact administrative burden for you. With real-time payer policy monitoring, dedicated PA specialists, and smart, tech-enabled workflows, ProMantra literally solves these bottlenecks. They handle all the messy complexity behind the scenes so your clinical team can do what they do best, focus entirely on patient care, not pushing paperwork. It is time to stop letting these hidden bottlenecks drain your hard-earned revenue and exhaust your staff. Seriously, I highly encourage you to contact ProMantra for a free RCM consultation today, just to see exactly how they can streamline your entire workflow, from that very first submission to the final approval. So as we wrap up this explainer, I'm going to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative question to chew on. If the 2027 real-time electronic mandates hit tomorrow, would your current revenue cycle survive the shift, or would it completely break?